Yes. Good morning, all of you. Let us start our today's class. I'm so sorry. Yesterday there was a power cut and network issue also, so I was not able to continue the class. And I don't know how many of you tried. I thought of giving a link. I think you didn't get that link. Did you? No, no. So I couldn't start class also at 8 o'clock, whatever I said. Anyway, and today let us continue with our departmental accounts and then branch accounts. We already discussed about departmental accounts in our previous class. So let me recall that. Departmental accounting. Yes. I'm sharing screen here. Departmental accounts, as I said, it's a normal trading account, profit and loss account, trading profit and loss account, balance sheet. Only the thing, an organization which has different departments, the cost has to be ascertained or apportioned among these different departments, whatever a company, an organization has, and how you apportion the cost. It depends on the type of expenditure. Well, okay, and it related to what? Like, okay, electricity based on the power points, then rent based on floor area occupied, salary based on the time spent by the people and the personnel in each department. Okay, asset depreciation based on the assets allocated to value of assets allocated to department. um, Commission or advertisement, these are based on the sales made by the department. Like that, the different costs that are incurred by the organization under different departments is allocated based on the various basis. So after allocation of the combined cost, we prepare trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. This we open additional columns, the amount columns for each department. Separate columns will be open on both the sides of trading and income statement. Okay, and each column is for the number of departments. If B departments are there, A department, B department, two columns on each side we open, and the department total expenses will show. There are certain expenses which are not apportioned among any department, which are to be distributed commonly to all the departments. Means at the end of the period will be made like auditor's fee, director's fee. Okay, these kind of payments or expenses we don't allocate to any department. We deduct totally from the total expenditure. And this is similarly incomes also, investments, whatever the incomes based on the department, we will apportion it. So let us see some. I want a reply from you all. Can we? Shall I just explain from the textbook what is already solved, or you want me to show it on the board? Please reply. Can I explain? Yes is for
Yes,
what?
ma'am.
Explain from the solved one only. Yeah. Solvent. Okay. Yeah. So here the theoretical part I can prepare being this is a, so here I underline the important points to remember. How do you allocate the expenses and the incomes? Okay. Yes. Here is the question given to us. This is the one which we are solving in yesterday. So, department-wise expenses which can be allocated, which are separated or given, and combined expenses also given, common expenses also given. Okay, and some additional information relating to how certain expenses are to be distributed among the departments are also is also given in the question. Okay, see, let us see here stock or opening purchases, sales of both the departments, carriage inward, salaries, rent and trades, advertising, insurance, general expenses, discount carriage, discount received, audit fees. Here you see, anyway, these are department wise. Carriage inward based on purchases to be distributed, salaries based on the time spent by the staff, rent and rates based on the area occupied, advertising based on sales, insurance based on insurance of which it's not given. Insurance of assets means asset value, discount allowed, general expenses. How do you allocate? He will give certain expenses, he'll give the instructions. Let us see here. Okay. Discount allowed, purchases, carriage outwards, sales, discount received. Uh, Discount allowed is allowed. We are allowing service. Discount allowed means we are allowing. So based on sales. Discount received means we received the discount on when you receive when you purchase. So discount received on purchases, discount allowed is on sales. Audit fee cannot be allocated. Interest on loan taken cannot be allocated. Interest on investments cannot be. Now, closing stock at the end for both the departments given separately, and you have been given information here. Goods were transferred from department A to B at cost of 6,000. This is transfer price related. The next one he said salaries and general expenses to be allocated equally between the two big departments. So he gave how to allocate. Area occupied by two departments is ratio of 1:2. So where do we need the area for allocating rent? Okay. Next, insurance premium to be taken on both the commonly. Okay. Here taken on both the both commonly. Again, network issue is coming. Let me on my. Right. Okay. Anyone has textbook? Yes, from textbook only. From this is from textbook only. 205 page number. Now what we are supposed to do, whatever the information department was given, how you prepare the trading account, opening stock, purchases, closing stock, sales, same way we do here also. For department wise we will show. So both we will show here. So department A, department B and total. Earlier you used to have only total column. Here that amount split. Okay, department wise we are showing, then total we are showing. So three amount columns to show this. Okay. So opening stock of department A, B and total, closing stock of department A, B and total, purchases of department A and B total, sales of department A and B and total. right? And now what we are supposed to do? Right. Okay. So what is in trading account? You will get one more information he gave at the end. Goods received or transferred from Department A to Department B at the cost of 6,000. So A is a transferor, B is receiver. So whatever the goods received, that will be shown on the debit side for B, and whatever goods transferred will be shown on the credit side to A. So goods supplied to B on credit side in Department A, goods received from A on debit side in Department B. Okay, so that's how we show this. Actually it gets equal anyway, but you are supposed to show it. The next, what are the items that come in the trading account? You are supposed to identify, because you already have worked out the final account sums. Okay, so you need to identify this trading account sums. So what is carriage inward? Carriage inward comes in trading account. So what is the amount of carriage inward? 2,500. On what basis you divide? Or in the ratio of purchases. What is the purchases? 1 lakh and 1 lakh 50. So if you do the ratio, cancel the 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 1 0, 1 0. So finally 10 is to 15 left. 10 is to 15 again. If you simplify, it becomes 10 and 15 goes in 5 tables, 2 times and 3 times. So 2 is to 3. Okay. So for Department A, the total carriage inwards is 2,500. Department A, 2 into 500,000. Department B, 3 into 500, 1,500 he got up. Okay. Yesterday I showed this, how you got up. The next one is that, let me take. How you get? Yes. I think you all understand, but still I would like to show. So how you got this? 2,500 into 2 by 5. If you do 2 by 5, you will get to 500. 5 in 2,500 goes 5 times. 2 by 5, how? 5 is to 3 you got now. So 2 is to 3 you got. So 2 plus 3, 5 here. So 2 by 5 for A department. So 5 in 500 into 2, 1,000 for A department. Again 5 into 3, 1,000, 1,500 for B department. Okay. Right. Here for B department you get 3. So for B department 500 into 3, 1,500. That's how you got a 1,500 and 2,500. That is 2 is to 3 and 500. The next, what else is that? That's all. We transferred. We took everything that comes in the trading account. It's a normal trading account only. Department wise also you are showing. Then find out the gross profits. Department A, you total, you will get 2,16,000. Debit side is 2 lakh. Debit side is 1,26,000. The difference amount, 26,000 means 16, 1 lakh. So 90,000 is going to be the gross profit. For Department B, credit total is 3,20,000 and debit total is 30 plus 1 lakh 50, 1 lakh 80 plus 1 lakh 86 plus 1,500. 1,87,500. So from 3,20,000, subtract the 1,87,500. 3,20,000 minus 1,87,500. 87,500. How much you will get? Can someone please? 500 you will get here and 2 here. 11 and 4. 11 1 say 3. So 1. 132 500. Anyway, you are getting that. Right? So gross profit is 132 500. How you got the total? Add both A and B. Add both A and B. You will get a total. Understood? Now, our trading account is over. After trading account, what do we prepare? Profit and loss account. How do you prepare the profit and loss account? Take the gross profit first on the opposite side. So gross profit will come here from debit to credit. Okay. And then whatever the expenses are there, remaining expenses, that is salaries. What did he say? Salaries and general expenses equally. He told to distribute equally between the two departments. So salaries and general expenses we distribute equally. So what is the amount of salaries actually given? Salary is given as 20,000. So 10,000, 10,000 equally we distributed. Next, rent and rates. Rent and rates. What is the amount? Rent and rates 9,000. What did I say? Rent is based on area occupied. So relating to that, in question he gave, or area occupied by two departments is in the ratio of 1:2. 1:2. Okay. That means total area is 3. In 3 square feet or whatever, squares feet per the square. Okay. 1/3 is department A, 2/3 is department B. So what is the rent? 9,000. 9,000 into 9,000 into 1/3 and 9,000 into 2/3. 9,000 into 1/3. How much? 3,000. Okay. 3 in 9 goes 3 times. In 9 goes 3 times. So 3,000 for department A. And department B, it is 2/3. So 2/3 means 6,000 for department B. See here, rent and rates 3,000 and 6,000, right? And now advertising. Advertising is how much? In question it is given 2,000. And what is advertising is based on sales. So what is the amount of sales department A and B? 2 lakh, 3 lakhs. So cut these common number of zeros. Both have 5 zeros. So 5 zeros cancel. What is left? 2. That is 2:3. So sales ratio is 2:3. So now advertising, whatever the amount is there, 8,000, that you distribute in 2:3 ratio. Sales. Okay. 2:3 means total is 5. 2/5, 3/5. 8,000 in by 5 you do. 8,000 by 5. How much you get? 8,000 by 5 means 1,600 you get, right? 1,600. 1,600 into 2, 3,200. Is that there? See, advertising 3,200 department here. And 1,600 into 3. How much you get? 4,800 for department B. Okay, got it? Right. Now, what is the next one in question given? Next item is insurance. What did he say? Insurance cannot be distributed. Insurance cannot be distributed. So we don't take a insurance. Okay, we combinedly subtract. Directly show in the insurance, directly showed in the, where is it? General profit and loss account will show. Okay, whatever the items that cannot be distributed, those will be shown in the general profit and loss account. Next, general expenses. What did he say? To distribute equally. So whatever the amount of general expenses are there, distribute equally between both the departments, 3,000, 3,000. Next, discount allowed. Discount allowed on what basis? When you allow the discount, when you sell goods, right? So on sales, again 2:3. Again on sales basis, 2:3. Okay, it's coming so bigger. Discount allowed is a 2:3 per based on sales. General expenses 1:1, equal in the sense 1:1, and discount allowed 2:3. Whereas carriage outwards based on purchases. What is the purchases? One just now we did here on carriage inward, but carriage inward means 2:3 again. Carriage outward is based on sales. Sales again. Sales how much we got? Sales also 2:3. Sales also 2:3. Purchases also 2:3. Discount received. When you receive on purchases, you receive. So 2:3 again. Write down you, write down instead of, because both for purchases and sales same ratio. So this is based on discount allowed is based on sales. Okay. And carriage also on sales. Okay. Mm. But discount received based on purchases. When you receive the discount, when you make a purchases, you will receive the discount. Next, audit fee cannot be apportioned. Interest on loan also cannot be apportioned. Interest on investments also we cannot apportion it. Okay. So now that after allocation of all the expenses, we completed the profit and loss account and find the difference between the debit and credit after the debit total of A department and debit total for A department. Find the difference between the departments and the total. Then finally you get a net profit of this amount. I hope I need not to explain again in detail how to what do you call how to do the credit the difference, right? In here trading account I showed you, same here. The debit total of department A is 90,500 and credit total is 90,500. Debit total is somewhat around, it is around 8 30 20 23,800 somewhat. Okay, so see 16, 19, 20, 22, 22,800. So the difference is going to be net profit of 67,500, right? Similarly for B department. B department is total 1,33,250 and the total is somewhat around that. The difference, after that difference you got net profit of this. If you add these two, you will get a total net profit. So here profit and loss account over. But now you have certain expenses which are not allocated, like audit fees, interest on loan, insurance, right? So those are to be shown by preparing a combined profit and loss account. That is called general profit and loss account. And whatever the net profit you got here, the total net profit you got here, it has to be transferred to the general net profit account. Okay. So total net profit, whatever you got, is to be transferred to the this amount. So this amount, whatever you got, will transfer to the general net profit account on the opposite side. See here. Eh? See here it is. 1,71,000. It's on debit side we are showing and opposite side transferred from the departmental account. Okay, 1,71,000. Now, what are the expenses that we are not taken over there? All those expenses are to be taken in this common account. So, what we didn't take? Insurance, audit fees, interest on loan. These are expenses. But interest on investments is an income which cannot be apportioned, should be taken on the credit side. So all those expenses and incomes which cannot be apportioned, we took expenses on debit side, incomes on the credit side. We took. Now again find the difference. The total of general profit and loss account you got 1,72,550, and the total of debit side of general profit and loss account you will get the 9,600. So from the 1,72,550, if you subtract 9,600, you will get the 1,62,950, which is answer. Understood? So it's a simple. Is that simple? Only the thing you should know what are the expenses, a portion on what basis. Which expenses, a portion on which basis. Okay? What basis? So remember sales related expenses, sales and distribution related expenses on the basis of sales, and then purchases related expenses on the basis of purchases, area floor space related expenses on the basis of floor space occupied we distribute. Okay, this that's all with the departmental accounts. Departmental accounts in columnar form only given will be given to you whether it is a two departments or it is a three departments. You are supposed to do in the same manner. Depending on the number of departments, you will distribute the expenses or apportion the expenses and you will prepare the trading and profit and loss account. And see here he said from department A to B 8,000 are transferred. So transfer a department, whichever the department is supplying, that department you will show on the credit side. Whichever the department is receiving, that for that department you will show on the debit side. That point to be remembered. The department supplying the material or goods to be credited with the amount supplied. The department receiving the goods or stock to be debited with the amount of goods received. Okay, that's a new one which you are supposed to remember. Rest all expenses and incomes to be allocated based on their preference and instructions. He mentioned here certain expenses is asking you to allocate equally, and certain expenses he said how to distribute following further expenditure as you think best. Establishments and income tax and rent split in proportion of space occupied. He is asking all these to be divided based on the space occupied. What establishment, bad debts, advertising, income tax, rent and rates. All these is asking you to apportion on the basis of space occupied. That is 3:2:3. Okay. So that's the question. I hope you all understood. I want a reply from you all, please. I allowed you to chat. Now I'm moving on to next topic, that is branch accounts. Just a minute. Yeah. Uh, so branch accounts again, different branches, whatever company certain times will have open different branches at different locations, right? So these branches are treated as the independent branches and dependent branches. So what is the accounting treatment in case of independent branches and in case of dependent branches is what we learn under the branch accounts. Generally, branch accounts, what happens? Head office opens an account on the name of each branch and records the transactions that are related to the each branch under these accounts. Okay. So again, here also profit and loss account balance sheets will be there, but before that, ledger account is important. That is, I'll share. I'm just finding. Ledger accounts are going to be what do you call open, like branch accounts we open for operations of branch, and ledger accounts we open right. Okay, so actually scan I didn't do properly, so I'm just waiting for that scan. Uh, a mistake with camera I did. The print is not clear, pics are not clear. So I'm waiting for that. That's the reason why I'm not sharing screen. Okay. Here also, how do you show is important. Okay. Journal entries mainly. I always believe that if you are good enough with the problems, processing of journal entries gets easier. Okay, so in branch accounts, we open the main thing is opening the branch account in the books of head office, and the other account, that is if goods sent on and sent to the branch. Generally, ledger accounts are asked to open instead of opening a final accounts of the branches. Okay, and we have dependent branch and independent branch. For how do you do the accounting treatment for the in case of dependent branch and in case of independent branch is what important. And before that, without that dependent or independent branch, just show you the branch account. This one is an image. Just want to take just a few minutes. Please bear with me. I'll show you the proper image. Okay. So in branch account also, what we do on when you open a ledger account, debit side we take expenses of branch and credit side we take a receipt. I think consignment account. Did you work out the problems on consignment account? This is your third sem. In first two sems, do you have consignment accounts? Can someone please? You have now? Yeah. So almost similar like here also. Debit side of the branch we open. Debit side of the branch we open. We show the expenses of the branch. Okay, whatever the goods sent to the branch and what are the expenses spent by the head office on the branch will show on the debit side. Okay, and okay. On the credit side of the branch, credit side of the account, we show the whatever is received means sale proceeds received from the branch account, and the stock, the unsold stock received from the branch, all that we show on the credit side of the branch account. Finally, whether by with that branch are we making profits or loss, we ascertain. Okay, that's the simplest form of the branch account. In this we have what you call in this you have this dependent how you show and independent how you show, that is different. Anyway, I'm sharing screen here. Hope this is visible to you all. Uh, I'm directly coming forward to moving on to some. Again, theory aspect you can do. These are the general entries. And look at here, the branch account. In the books of head office, how the branch account appears. So on debit side, whatever the opening balance is there, that opening balance of the assets is given in the question will record. Okay. And next, goods sent to the branch, we will record. And any expenses paid by the head office to the branch, that with the, by writing bank, and the closing balance of liabilities, if any, we will show. Okay. On credit side, opening balance of liabilities and bank if sales made by the branch, including both the sales, uh, okay, cash sales and received from the debtor, and then goods sent to branch, that is branch, whatever the goods returned by the branch, that we will show. Finally, the closing balance of the assets which are given in the question. Generally, he'll give all this information. You are supposed to find general profit and losses. Okay, all this information will be there in the question only. Sometimes relating to the cash received from the debtors or amount due with the debtors. Relating to the debtors, you need to find the value. How you find that? By opening the account. Okay. See, credit sales and bad debts related one. You need to open an account of a debtors account. Okay. So here is the question given. See, again, I'm telling you, as we don't have the much time, I'm taking illustrations only. Usually, I leave illustrations for the students to prepare on their own, and I'll take the exercise problems. But due to the time constraint, from the illustration problem only, I'm explaining. And do practice all illustrations in all your problems textbook given in your textbook. So sometimes you may get the questions from the textbook illustration problems itself only in the examination. So don't leave. Prepare all the illustrations that are given in your textbook at the end of the each unit or the during the questions or subject. Anyway, come to the topic. Andhra, see, this Andhra Textile Limited has a branch at Hyderabad, and these are the following are the branch details given. He asking you to pass the journal entries. Anyway, so goods sent to Hyderabad branch at the beginning and the end of the year, or for 2 years. Okay, beginning and end of the year. Cash is sent to branch. It means head office sent to branch for rent, for salaries, for other expenses. This is the amount it's sent. And next, cash received from the branch. That is the amount that is received from the branch in the form of sale proceeds, whatever. Stock at 31st March means closing stock for 2 years. Petty cash at 31st March, again closing petty cash at the end of the 2 years. Now, branch account in the head office books you are supposed to open. As I said, you don't have opening and closing. So, what you do? Opening and closings are not there. Closing stock, closing petty cash only are there. Okay? And expenses. So directly we can proceed with the goods sent to head of branch. Goods sent to branch. What is the value? 90,000. Okay. Next, expenses paid by the head office. Right, for rent, salary, other expenses, total it paid 25,600. Payment expenses on debit side. So two bank account, rent, salary, other expenses, total 25,600. Right? Sales. Where is the cash received from branch? There's nothing but when company received this cash, head office received the cash from branch when sales were made. So by bank for receiving the cash from the branch 1,40,000. Okay. Now closing stock. Closing stock to be taken on the credit side. Okay. Closing stock and petty cash balance to be taken on the credit side. So now if you do, you can get a general profit. The difference between the debit column and credit column, whatever is there, is going to be general profit or loss. This is the balancing figure. Okay, this is going to be the balancing figure which you got after taking all necessary items. After that, you are supposed to open goods sent to branch account. So goods sent to branch, here it is there means here in the same account it will come on the credit side from where you are taking from Hyderabad office to Hyderabad branch account. The balance, whatever is here, will be transferred to the trading account. So the closing entry is going to be trading account. That's all. Okay, we opened the branch account and the branch stock, pretty much all necessary adjustments account. Done? Yeah. Mm, Now, journal entries he asked you to pass. Hmm. Next thing is that this is the other question. Second question, see where branch sells goods or cash as well as on credit. When cash and credit both the sales are there, you need to open debtors account if related to debtors. Full information is not given. See here in this question, debtors and beginning of the year has been given. Okay, and the sales amount received from debtors has been given. And then credit sales are being given. Then discount allowed to customers is nothing but debtors. Discount allowed to customers is nothing but the customers. Discount allowed to customers. So by taking these all information in a ledger account, you will get a missing information relating to the debtors. So let us see what is that missing information. So open debtors account. So debtors are assets. Just not only debtors account. Debtors are treated as asset. So opening balance we will take here by writing balance brought down. What is the amount of balance brought down? What is the amount of balance brought down? Debtors opening balance 32,000. So here it is 32,000. Coming so bigger. Okay. And the next credit sales. They made a credit sales. Here it is given now. Anyway, here it is given. So credit sales a little bit. Okay. Credit sales given in the question. This is given in the question. Opening. Credit sales are also given in the question. Okay. And cash received from debtors is nothing but cash. And discount allowed is nothing but discount on debtors. Okay. Return debtors returns also there. That is in so that then everything is given. So the difference between the credit and the debit is going to be your your next generation. Then so after taking this, where do you take this closing balance of data? This is nothing but closing balance of data. Now open the what is that branch account. In branch account take all the expenses on debit side and incomes on credit side, transfer the assets. See, opening balance of assets taken here first, then goods sent to branch taken next, then expenses by writing bank account taken, and credit side cash sales which are included credit sales also, that is amount received from the debtors, total cash plus credit, and then goods. This is what is the value of goods returned by the branch. The goods returned by the branch, and this is the closing balance. That's about your score and your knowledge against your. So it's going to be general profit. Okay, how do we got this 44,400? In this question, he did not, he gave everything relating to, that's all, whatever you do. Now coming to, let us come to the dependent branch. I hope you all understood. Why is not coming up? Why? Okay, I'm shouting. So remember, in branch accounts, a simple branch account, what you do? Debit side, transfer opening balance of assets, then goods sent on goods sent to branch, then expenses paid by the head office to on behalf of branch, and credit side, sales, including cash sales and credit sales, cash received from credit sales, then goods returned by the branch to head office, then closing balances of assets. Like that, you take on both the relevant items on the debit and credit side. The difference is going to be general profit loss account. Generally, for 12 marks, this alone will not be given. Relating to the data or some missing information also you're supposed to find. See, in this question, closing balance of data is not given. Sometimes opening balance of data he may not give. Or sometimes cash received on credit sales may not be given. So this is the procedure. This is the format also. Opening balance of debtors, credit sales to debtors, cash received from debtors, discount allowed to debtors, returns on invoice, and closing balance of debtors. This is the format. In among these six items, any single information is missing means that you are supposed to find relating to the debtors. Understood? That's about our branch account, and you have dependent and independent branches also. Till now what we did, please concentrate. Okay, it's not possible to complete in one class the dependent or independent. This is dependent branch. Almost the same here. Only similar, like as I said, like a consignment, a little bit like a consignment. Stock reserve will be there. If total stock is not sold, that will be shown through stock reserve account. Mm, okay. Yeah. Anyone else? In unit 1 and 2, what do you want me to explain, Shajiha? Shajiha? So it takes a lot of time. Let me see what you need, Sajiha. Just concentrate here on the present departmental accounts. So independent departments also similar like your whatever I explained in the first one. Okay, only the thing additionally you will get a stock reserve. If you don't know how to calculate the stock reserve, just do whatever you know, whether it is under departmental accounts. It is common posting, opening stock, goods sent to branch expenses, sales return, goods returns, closing balance of stock, sorry, closing balance of assets. All these are common now. So just post those all. In addition to that, first one, whatever you learned under the departmental accounts, independent bank, what you get? Stock reserve. Opening stock reserve and closing stock reserve. How to calculate that? That's the difference which you are supposed to learn, which involves small working notes. Okay. So what is that? The beginning? Petty expenses. This is cash balance. Furniture loading. That is same consignment kind only, ma. Consignment kind only. What is invoice price when goods are supplied? If you remember that way. If you don't remember, at least minimum sum you can do. If you attempt, you can score 50 marks, leaving the stock reserve. If you don't know this, how to calculate, leave this part. Remaining part is as usual a simple problem how it is. So you can score at least 50%. If 12 marks question means at least 6 marks you can score instead of losing it totally. Understood? Right. So let us uh, yes, Sajiha, you were asking about which closing and opening stock reserve. Are you asking about in higher purchase? Each one asking something. This Sai Kumar asked about to explain opening and closing stock. Sai Kumar, are you asking about departmental stores, how to show, calculate the closing and opening stock? Yeah, okay. Mm, let me share. Yeah, see here in case of dependent one, office, dependent, okay. Independent one, this is independent one, no? Mm, not dependent. Invoice price. Generally, let me show you the system. This one now. So invoice price. See question first. See supplied the goods at the invoice price of 20% profit on sale. Okay, right? 20% profit on sale. So this opening stock and closing stock, whatever there, are at a invoice price. Here showing at a invoice price, right? So now 20% means here you are supposed to find what is the cost price. 30,000, 20% is simplified. 20 by 100 is nothing but 1/5. So opening stock 30,000, 1/5 if you do 6,000, that is excess of invoice price. Cost price is only 24,000 and 6,000 is excess. Similarly, closing stock 28,150. If you calculate 5,600 is the invoice price, which is excess over the cost. Okay, this amount he what he did, see stock reserve. He showed as the difference is showed as a stock reserve. The difference of cost price and invoice price, whatever is there, is shown as stock reserve. That's only the difference. Understood now, Sai Kumar? Right. Okay. Now, Sajiha. Sajiha, you want higher purchase? What do you want higher purchase? Higher purchase, again, I'm supposed to go back. I don't have the soft copy. In higher purchase, you are supposed to open the account. Like so, first table is important. Finding installments like date, first year beginning. Say, for example, an asset or a vehicle is purchased for on hire purchase system for 3 installments. Okay, under that 3 installments, let me share. 1 second. It takes time, Shajiha. I'll just explain you. Mm, what PDF, Shajiha? Don't you have the material? I think we worked out the problems and I sent you in the I posted in the group, right? So let me first you need to calculate is a table. Once you are thorough, prepare the table. Passing journal entries easy. Hardly 10 journal entries you will have. Okay. And what is the table? First year beginning, first year ending, second year ending, third year ending, if 3 installments. So first year beginning, from the total price, you minus the down payment. Upon down payment, no interest will be shown. So total cash price minus down payment, cash price to be paid at the first year ending, you will get. Upon the cash price, again first year ending onwards, you will calculate the interest rate. Okay, and interest rate again from the installment amount minus the interest rate. Whatever is the difference, that will be shown as the cash price paid. Like that for each year you are supposed to do. Okay. Did you attend it, Sajiha? Right? I didn't get what PDF you are asking for. If I get, I'll try to send them. Anyway, every time, whatever we solved the notes on Word document, I posted immediately or the next class itself. I'll see. Right? Okay, children, thank you. All the best. Do practice whatever sums we worked in the class. Same sums, repeat again and again till you get understand. Then go to the textbook sums to start working on the textbook sums. Okay, like that. If you practice, surely you'll able to do. And all the best. Wish you all the best. And do well in your exams. Thank you, children. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Prepare well for your exams. We'll meet next semester.